Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Uncle Lander and this is Mass Effect 1 Legendary Edition. On the last episode, we have managed to clean up the entire Eden Prime, save the Ashley Williams, save several people from the Geth attack on the Eden Prime, level up our characters too, and sadly we have lost the only hope in humanity, Jenkins. On today's agenda, we're gonna keep on exploring and figuring out the plot, more of the plot of the game. I'm playing as Vanguard, currently level 4 with 124 health. I'm planning, my main plan for this character is to make her as Paragon as I possibly can with all the memory. My Vanguard is gonna be built a little bit different because I'm gonna ignore the pistols and shotguns and instead I'm gonna go for more consistent, more sustained damage with the assault rifles, which might pay off and might not pay off at all. We'll see. Anyway, currently my assault training is at level 3, assault training is level 2, throw it at level 2, warp level 2, assault rifles and Vanguard also level 2, and I'm taking priority into maxing out the charm. So, without further ado, let's simply go and see what's good. It also is a good idea to basically click on everything that we see on the ship because...
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
Because we can get additional experience. So, let's simply walk around. Let's see what's good. And first we're gonna talk with Caden Alenko. He basically was right next to the beacon before it exploded. And he almost got enveloped with the power that was emanating from the beacon, but we managed to push him out of that beacon, and we took, sadly, the most of the damage ourselves. And also the beacon that have exploded gave us some sort of visions. Possible warning of war, possible warning of a danger. Let's have a little bit of a conversation with Caden about maybe he doesn't feel that good.
Commander, I'm glad to see you're okay. Losing Jenkins was hard on the crew, and I'm glad we didn't lose you too.
Yes. Losing Jenkins was so difficult in the crew. He was such a loved and long-lasting character. Ooh, boy.
Things were pretty rough down there.
Yeah, you never get used to seeing dead civilians. It doesn't seem right somehow. But at least you stopped Saren from wiping out the whole colony.
Yeah, and you helped.
I couldn't have done it without you.
We're Marines. We stick together. And I'm just sorry that we lost Jenkins.
Yeah, I wish I could have done something to save him.
I was there. You did everything right. It was just bad luck. It's been a hell of a shakedown, Cruz. Our first mission ends with one Spectre killing another. The Citadel Council's not gonna be happy about that. Probably use it to lever more concessions out of the Alliance.
You've got a good grasp of the situation. You a career man?
Yeah, a lot of biotics are. We're not restricted, but we sure don't go undocumented. May as well get a paycheck for it. Besides, my father served. I made him proud when I enlisted. Eventually. But is that why you're here? Because of your family?
I was a regular Navy brat. I got a little more noteworthy than the folks expected.
Oh, that's right, the Blitz. I imagine that bought you any post in the fleet. Word is we're heading for the Citadel, ma'am. Can you, tell me why?
The captain hopes the ambassador can get an audience with the council. Tell them what Saren's been up to.
Makes sense. They'd probably like to know he's not working for them anymore. Whatever happens, we'll be ready, Commander.
I bet we will. Okay, so that was Caden Alenko. Does Dr. Chekwas have anything to say?
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Yeah, sure, I could make a little bit of inquiry, because once we're gonna, like, scratch all the inquiry questions, most likely we are not gonna have to ask them ever again.
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth. Or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
What do you know about Captain Anderson?
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
How well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
And just like that, we had a highlight on the fact that every single human biotic needs to use implants to actually be able to utilize their biotic powers. Okay, so maybe it's not in this game where we have the cryopods. Or is it stasis pods? I think those are stasis pods. Let's talk with Ashley Williams, my favorite character.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
He'll be missed.
Jenkins was a valuable part of this crew.
Part of me feels guilty over what happened. If Jenkins was still alive, I might not be here.
You're a good soldier, Williams. You belong on the Normandy.
Thanks, Commander. That means a lot from you. I've never met anyone who was awarded the Star of Terra.
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
We couldn't have done it without you, Williams.
Thanks, Commander. I have to admit, I was a little worried about being assigned to the Normandy. It's nice when someone makes you feel welcome.
I think you're gonna fit in here just fine, Williams.
Thanks, Commander.
Yeah, 2 points of Paragon. Can I enter the door over here? That's Captain Anderson. I don't think he was wanna talk with me. Maybe he will. Actually, never really check on Captain Anderson after, like, fresh out of the Eden Prime.
Go speak to Joker when you're ready. Tell him to bring the Normandy into dock.
Alright. Normandy into the dock. Fair enough, fair enough. Also, the lockers there over here, the Shepherd's locker, I believe that the later you're gonna open it, the better it is for you, because you have a chance of getting better items that way. I believe. I could be wrong about it. Let's check the lower section. I think there's Engineer Adams that I can have a conversation with. It's an armory vehicle bay. Using a squad member locker allows you to assign equipment to them. New equipment may be purchased of Requisition Officer, which is the guy over here.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased, but I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless. And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
Yeah, which pretty much means every single time we're gonna unlock a key scenario in the game, this is where he's gonna get some new stuff.
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
And when it comes to the shopkeepers, it is actually a good idea to take a look at the medical upgrades for more healing items and grenade upgrades for more grenades. And we're gonna buy them. But from the other items that he has, we are just not really gonna take a look at anything right now. And that is the baby, the Mako. I even have a mod for Mako. I would like to inspect it, video game. You're being mean to me right now? There we go. That's another entry to Codex. Every single entry to Codex that you unlock in the ship or in general in the game gives you a small amount of XP. So it's always worth to investigate, to clear up the entire ship, to clear up your surroundings. But reading the entire Codex would extend this entire playthrough to ridiculous amounts of time. Because the Codex entries are really, really, really in-depth. And like, for example, without reading any notes, maybe skipping some cutscenes, Mass Effect could take me like a week to beat. An entire week. With all the Codex, it would take me around 2 or 3 weeks. Just a single game. This is how lore-rich is this game.
Shame about Jenkins, Commander. Shame about Jenkins, Commander.
Okay, so we cannot really talk with the Adams right now. Maybe we'll be able to talk with him after we're gonna deal with the entire business on the Citadel. And I think at this point, there might be nobody else to talk to. Maybe Presley is gonna have something to say. Maybe. FTL comlink right over here. Fast FTL comlink, that means basically faster than light communication. That's opening galaxy map. I'm not gonna do that. Can I talk to Navigator Presley?
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
Poor Jenkins. You've lost such a Chad. Another Codex entry over here. Well, I guess we really have not really any other choice but to talk with Joker.
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower, too.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side, then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador. Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there. If they don't stop him, I will.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not hers.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
And that's why I hate politicians.
And you're not the only one on that one. Alright, so let's check what we can get over here. I think this terminal over there is going to be useful for us later. Yeah, override that. Alliance Patrol Report. Captain Hendrickson reported some unusual energy readings during a patrol of Argus Aurora cluster. She had particular concerns about the Hydra system, but was recalled before her team could investigate further. No patrols are scheduled for that sector. Do we want to send in a recon team? Well, we will right now, because that's a side quest. Okay, which way we should go? I think we should go this way. Ah, yes. It seems like the diversification project is working, because now we have more races walking the area of the Presidium. And those are keepers. They are basically keeping the entire Citadel in check.
I will look into it for you.
Okay, how do I...
In the meantime, do not do anything wrong.
Wait, that's how do I hide weapons? Was it H? Yeah, H is a hiding weapon. With Zeltran, Khalil, Dean Kodlak.
EarthClan, you are in the wrong place, I think. Your ambassador is next door in the large office.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Dan. At least introduce yourself.
I am Din Korlak, Volus ambassador. Is there something I can do for you, EarthClan?
Yeah, so those are basically Volus. Volus is a race that basically was, it's a very intelligent race of mostly traders, smugglers, and basically they are kind of forced to live in those suits because the atmosphere on their planets is basically consisted of different combination of gases.
What is this place?
You are in the embassy for the Volus and the Elcor.
Your ambassador is next door, in his own office.
In this shared space, I aid my fellow Volus when I'm not being interrupted.
I'd like to know more about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, EarthClan.
EarthClan?
Actually, I would like to know more about your history.
My people came to the Citadel shortly after the Asari Solarians had discovered it. We were instrumental in establishing a standardized galactic economy. However, despite our long association with the Citadel and our many contributions to galactic society, we still do not hold a seat on the Council.
Tell me about Volus culture.
We are tribal by nature, but our ways are not violent. We barter and trade our lands and tribe members in order to increase status. Larger tribes often engulf smaller ones and eventually split again. Our society is very malleable, and our government is always shifting and changing. Since we're not physically adept, we trade our services for protection.
They are not physically adept. Mass Effect 3 multiplayer would say differently, where the freaking Volus Vanguards and Volus Adepts. I can pretty much guarantee that. I think I need to ask you about the embassy.
What is this place?
You are in the embassy for the Volus and the Elcor.
Your ambassador is next door.
Okay, I already have asked about that.
Space,
Ambassador.
I aid my
What is it you do here?
I look out for the best interests of the Volus people. No easy task considering how often we are overlooked by the Council.
Chastising rebuke, Din. The Council favors your species greatly.
You are naive. The Earth Clan will be invited to the Council long before our species will.
Why aren't the Elcor or Volus part of the Council?
All species must prove themselves before they join the Council. All but the Earth Clans, it would seem.
Dismissive. Ignore the Volus ambassador, human. He is incorrect in his assessment.
Really? How long have we been waiting? How long do you think we'll continue to wait? Bah, this talk is wasted on the humans.
Why is he English, by the way? Why is he so cranky?
You seem to have a bit of a chip on your shoulder, Din.
You humans are new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
Chastising rebuke, Din. Your species has always been granted many concessions. Volus territory has expanded tenfold since coming to the Citadel.
Details. We still have no real say in the decisions that affect Citadel space.
Okay, I asked you about everything.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yes, yes. Good day, Earth Clan.
Kaylin, now, these peaceful giants over here, they're called Elcor. And there's a specific reason why they are talking in such monotonous tone at all times. It's because the Elcor communication doesn't base on the tone of voice. Basically Elcors are more scent-oriented, hormone-oriented, to express their emotions. This is why they are, every single time when they're saying like chastising the Buke or correcting something, you guys gonna see when we're gonna do this conversation. Basically every single time when they try to express something, they're saying what they're trying to express.
Pleased greeting.
Like this.
Human, it is always good to see your kind. I am Ambassador Kalen. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Why do you explain what you're about to say?
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movements. Plainly, we discovered our vocal expression was not enough to convey the feelings of our conversations to other species.
Why do you bother, Kalen? These Earth Clan don't really care about our ways.
Remorseful response, Din. You don't truly believe that, and if you do, I am very sorry for you.
Tell me more about your species.
Genuine enthusiasm. I delight in telling the history of my people. It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
Tell me about the history and origins of the Elcor.
The Elcor were just beginning to explore Council space when the Asari first made contact with us. With their help, we discovered the relay closest to our system, and from there the Citadel. Proudly, within one lifetime we established a regular route to the Citadel, and quickly became one of the more active species living on this great station.
I'd like to know more about the culture of the Elcor.
Frankly, We Elcor prefer the safety and familiarity of our own colonies to the confines of space travel. Our society is built on small, tight-knit groups. Though we are always welcoming to outsiders, our government tends to be very stable. Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
Like I said, more of a peaceful giants more than anything else. Okay, what can you tell me about the ambassador?
What do you do here?
Well, about
Modestly,
himself.
I work to bring the problems and the requests of the Elcor groups to the attention of the Council.
Ha! They only give us these positions to keep us quiet. The Council doesn't care about our races.
Chastising rebuke. Your tone is inappropriate, Din. This human is not to blame for your malcontent or your misconceived suspicions.
Alright, yeah, that's all.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell.
Hey.
Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time on the Citadel.
Level up. Okay, squad, let's see. I have 3 points to distribute. I got nothing in a charm. But I'm gonna put 1 into assault training, which gives the adrenaline burst. So, adrenaline burst is an ability that, if I recall correctly, one of the abilities of the adrenaline burst is basically immediate refreshment of every single ability that I have used. So basically, for example, let's have a situation. I have used all my throw, lift, warp, and barrier all at the same time. I need a quick refresh. Boost the adrenaline burst, and I'm ready to go with even more DPS than I already did. Alright, so the next thing that I'm gonna increase is gonna be throw and warp, because warp is good. I'm even gonna take the barrier because I'm kinda planning to build my character to be a tank, basically. A medium range tank. So that is basically the plan for now, at least. Now let's check Kate and Alenko. And Kate and Alenko can have 1 point distributed into decryption and 1 to electronics, and that's how it's gonna stay. I don't care about Ashley Williams. She's gonna stay for now the way she currently is. So we got Zelton over here. Can I talk with him?
Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you? This is all going so wrong, and it is the Asari consort's fault. She's the one who started all this.
What did this Asari do to get you so upset?
I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say, she has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
Where can I find this Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot. Good day, human.
That's another side quest to complete, but I don't think that my character is currently at this stage of the playthrough ready to complete that specific side quest. I might be ready to do it after one of the major things to complete, and that's not gonna happen until we're gonna have a conversation with the until we're gonna have a conversation. What's this? Whoa, that was a little bit of a stutter. That's not gonna basically happen until we are going to solve the entire situation with the Citadel, conversation about Saren and all that stuff. Anyway,
welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to be your guide.
Yeah, if I can suggest something, don't talk to Avina. She's gonna take way too long.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
Commander?
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you are at the Citadel embassies. If you have more questions, please access Savina.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
Here we go. We are not gonna talk. We are not gonna talk with Avina. She has way too many conversation options to pick, and not all of them peculiarly interesting. Let's see. Diplomat.
I can't believe I landed a job here. This place is fantastic.
Oh my god. Codex entry. Another codex entry. We're gonna have to later find every single of the keepers. There's gonna be a quest that's connected with them.
I've got 3 days of paperwork to finish by the end of my shift today.
Well, standing in one place, it's not gonna help it.
Human, delighted, welcome. It is good to meet you.
Hey, like I said, peaceful giants. There's even like several. There's a mod for Mass Effect 3 that I have installed that actually is gonna allow L-Cores to join me in a fight later in the game. At least from a physical perspective, they are gonna be able to do that. Let's see. Executor Palin.
Commander Shepard, I didn't expect to see you here. Did Ambassador Udina send you?
Not really, no.
I came on my own. I need information.
You humans are always so curious, always sticking your fingers into someone else's pie. Is that the right expression? Never mind, forget I asked. Was there something you needed, Commander?
And these guys are Turians. Stick up their assholes kind of aliens.
I get the feeling you're not too fond of humans.
No, I just don't trust your kind. Not yet. You humans are eager to take all the power you can get, and you're being given a lot. If the Council wants to make humanity their new favorite pet, that's their business. But I don't have to like it.
Also, they can use that stick as a backup weapon.
What do you know about the Spectres?
They're the right hand of the Council, or so they like to be called. More like the underhanded side of the Council.
What do you have against the Spectres?
I can't abide any organization that considers itself above the law, especially when it's left up to each individual Spectre to decide when and how to bend the rules.
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides necessary police and security services throughout the Citadel. We're a civilian government agency, though many of our members have had military training. Of course, as the CSEC representative to the Council, I spend most of my time liaising between the two.
CSEC is basically a short for Citadel Security. It's like a police force.
Tell me about your investigation into Saren.
Sorry, Commander. I don't make a habit of giving out details about ongoing investigations.
Which is fair.
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander.
Which, in my opinion, it's absolutely fair. Datapad. Diplomatic advisory warning. The following message was transmitted from an untraceable account to multiple recipients across the extranet. Further monitoring of the situation is warranted. My fellow biotic, you have been selected to receive this transmission because of your shared plight. Few understand us, fewer tolerate us. We must stand together. We must build our own new world. Come, join us in Hawking Ada Cluster. Only as one body we can right the wrongs done to our kind. And that's another side quest. Okay, it seems like these guys are being pretty busy. Let me check something when it comes to the key bindings. I want to find the quick save. Oh, quick saving is F5. Okay. Right, F5 and F9. But probably most of the time I'm gonna use the regular manual saves because it's just a habit.
This place seems strange. I wish there were more humans around.
Wish there were more humans around, eh? Okay. I would say that there's already plenty enough humans as we speak.
Reveal their secrets. What do you want? Oh, Commander. Is there something I can do for you?
Relax, Private. This isn't an inspection.
Right, sorry. What can I do for you, Commander?
What can you tell me about the Asari consort?
Well, she's an Asari who works here as... That is, she helps people with things.
You never went to see her, did you, Fredericks?
No, I never did. I couldn't afford it. It costs half a year's credits just to go in and talk to her.
Can you at least tell me where I can find her?
Sure. She's across the bridge from the embassies.
Thanks, kid. Have fun. Try not to get into too much trouble.
I will. Have fun, that is.
So basically, we got a little bit more information about the consort, and it seems like the consort provides very expensive services to the other people. It's not described though what kind of services are we talking about here. Oh, sorry. Habit.
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very busy.
I bet you are.
Hello, Commander. Can I get you something?
What have you got?
Information, mostly. Would you like to know about some points of interest nearby?
What's going on around here?
Well, you found the embassies. Not much going on here. Across the bridge, you'll find the bank, the Emporium, and Shaira's. If you haven't heard of her, you soon will. If you need supplies, you can try the markets one level below. For entertainment, I'd try Flux or Cora's Den.
What is Shaira's?
The consort? She entertains clients who can afford her services. Most of the diplomats and ambassadors have visited her at one time or another. She's a very powerful woman, but also very respected.
So at least we know the name of the consort. Her name is Sherira. What can you tell me about the entertainment in the zone?
Tell me about Flux and Cora's Den.
Well, Flux has gambling and dancing, certainly more lively than this place. Cora's Den, on the other hand, well, let's just say it's livelier and deadlier, all at the same time.
Sounds like fun.
Goodbye.
So long, Commander. Have a pleasant day.
Right, I need to try to remember that there's another keeper over there. Okay, I don't think there's anything else to do in the embassies. I cannot really find anything else, so... try to continue on. Also, those types of aliens that I have... Oh, yeah, she's running away from me. That was a sudden twist. Basically, those aliens over here are Asari. And Asaris are like probably one of the oldest races. They are actually one of the oldest races. One Asari can live for 1,000 years, kind of like Krogans. Yeah, I'm not gonna use her. No, thank you. Citadel Transit. You have no available Citadel Rapid Transit destinations. Well, that's intriguing. I thought I do.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me... Greetings and welcome to...
What does that mean?
I apologize if you found my service unsatisfactory. Please submit any complaints in writing to the Citadel Tourist and Visitor Board.
You have no available Citadel Rapid Transport destinations. Then, where should I go? Because I know I need to go to... I think now it's gonna be the investigation part, isn't it? To the Citadel Tower. Okay, I can go basically on foot. I thought that I have an ability of using that thing. Even the map marker tells me, hey, use the thing. Use the goddamn thing. That's a financial district. I guess I need to uncover every single of the locations myself before I will be able to do the fast traveling, which is fine. I can do that. Okay, so there's an elevator. You must talk to the council to gain access to the wards. Okay. Well, that's a little bit different. I guess I need to reach that destination by myself. Where have been to the Citadel Tower? Okay, let's simply go over there. Citadel Tower. Citadel Tower apparently is in this way. Can I use this? There we go. There it goes. There goes a terminal that I can actually use. Proceeding with locations. Already was in the embassies. That's gonna give me direction to the wards. We don't need to be at the wards. Citadel Tower. Apparently somewhere this way. I think that's one of the changes that the mod is bringing, that I cannot just go to the every single other place.
What's it doing?
That is a keeper. That is a keeper, Miss Williams. And it seems like this is the elevator.
The council isn't going to ask me any questions, are they?
They will.
We've made our reports. Now we just have to trust Ambassador Udina.
No, we don't, sir.
Also, the legendary edition of this game allows you to just skip the elevator conversations. I'm not going to. Because they are way too important for the story of the game, and that's it.
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the council? Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
My boy Garrus.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vicarian. I was the officer in charge of the CSEC investigation into Saren.
Sounds like you really want to bring him down.
I don't trust him. Something about him rubs me the wrong way. But he's a Spectre. Everything he touches is classified. I can't find any hard evidence.
I think the council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you.
And I'm not really so sure about that. Turin diplomat.
Humans in the tower. Interesting.
Indeed. Is there anybody else around before I'm gonna talk with the Anderson about the court case? I'm gonna call it the court case. Right, so this is just a transit, and I only have a Presidium locations to unlock, at least for now. Maybe I'm gonna have all the locations unlocked a little bit later, when I'm gonna go through the entire court case. Or the hearing from the council. Actually, let me save the game. Just in case.
The hearing's already started. Come on.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel Security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard. The one who let the beacon get destroyed.
The mission to Eden Prime was top secret. The only way you could know about the beacon was if you were there.
With Nihilus gone, his files passed on to me. I read the Eden Prime report. I was unimpressed. But what can you expect from a human?
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
Saren's hiding behind his position as a Spectre. You need to open your eyes.
What we need is evidence. So far, we've seen nothing.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
This meeting is adjourned.
Well, as we can see, Council is kind of staying behind Saren.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago. Things went bad. Real bad. We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like. And he has to be stopped.
What's our next step?
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the Executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
Yeah, I could go and ask Garrus about something. He would provide some additional information about Saren, because he was pretty close. He even tried to stall Inquisitor Palin about the entire situation. He actually tried to convince the Palin to basically stall the investigation just a little bit, so he could provide even more evidence to everything that we have so far accumulated.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time.
My body is ready.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The Ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the wards.
Hello, Dave. Hope you're doing well. Glad to see you. Stretch after 2 hours. Yeah, I'm doing pretty alright. Just relative. I basically started the new playthrough today, the new trilogy playthrough, as I do it every single year. And I'm currently enjoying it, going through some conversations with the other characters. Do we have any other lead, though?
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker?
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something about Saren, but his information won't come cheap.
I'm not gonna investigate anything about him and Saren right now. We can actually get more information about that way later before we gonna, well, progress in the investigation. But I can investigate a little bit more information about the Council and the Ambassador, Harkin, Spectre, Shadow Broker, and Barla Vaughn.
Our Ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the Council.
He's just frustrated. The Council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street. They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skillian Verge and the Attican Traverse. But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us out. Everyone knows it's only a matter of time until we get a seat on the Council. The Ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
Maybe they'd let us join the Council if we were more willing to cooperate with the other species.
Of course they would. If we did everything they told us to, they'd love to have us on the council. But it wouldn't be much of a deal for us. I understand their side. They don't want us dominating the council. It's founded on cooperation and alliances. But we have to look out for our own interests too.
You don't think much of Harkin.
The guy joined CSEC about 20 years ago. He's been an embarrassment to our species ever since. Roughing up suspects in custody, bribery accusations, alcohol and drug use. The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble. But I guess enough was enough.
Guy's a scumbag. He should have been cut loose a long time ago.
He was one of the first human CSEC officers. Guess it would have looked bad if he got fired. A lot of backroom deals were worked out over the years to keep him on the force. Politics is a dirty business sometimes, but it looks like his time's run out. We've got enough humans in CSEC now to stop protecting him.
I want to know more about the Spectres.
They're not your typical government agency. They tend to work alone, behind the scenes. They take care of problems the Council can't. It's not easy preserving peace across an entire galaxy. The Council prefers to use diplomacy and negotiation. But sometimes more extreme measures are needed.
How do they decide who becomes a Spectre?
You can't just apply to join. There's no training program. Spectres aren't made. They're born. The Council's always looking for exceptional individuals. People who can get the job done, like you. They've been watching you for years. They see something in you. They want you on their side. Nihilus was supposed to give them a final recommendation, but with him gone, things are still up in the air.
What's their command structure like?
There is no command structure. Each Spectre answers directly to the Council. Sometimes they're sent on specific missions. Other times, they act on their own. They tend to operate outside the law, do whatever it takes to accomplish their goals. The Council just turns a blind eye. Spectres have a lot of power, Shepard.
They sound like shadow operatives.
Everything about them is classified. We don't even know how many there are. The latest Alliance estimate puts their numbers under 100. But the Council couldn't do its job without them. They're the Citadel's top agents, the last line of defense, the final option before open war. The entire galaxy respects and fears them. If a Spectre shows up, you know something big is about to happen.
What happens when a Spectre goes rogue, like Saren?
It doesn't happen often. The Council is careful when they select their candidates. But when something does go wrong, there's usually only one solution. Send another Spectre to bring the rogue agent down.
Is there anything else that I want to ask him? There's Barlavon and Shadow Broker. Let's go with the Barlavon first.
Tell me about Barlavon.
He specializes in moving large sums of money without leaving a paper trail. A financial genius, doesn't do anything illegal, but he knows all the loopholes. He's got an impressive client list. Ambassadors, diplomats, Spectres. That's probably why the Shadow Broker uses him.
And what about the Shadow Broker?
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
He's a necessary evil of galactic politics. Buying and selling information is a part of the game. And the Shadow Broker just happens to be the best player on the field. Always sells to the highest bidder. Doesn't get involved in politics, doesn't pick sides. A simple system, but it works. He's not a threat to anyone.
It just works.
He's just a resource we can use, or she is. Or maybe they are. Nobody really knows.
Alright, that's all the conversations that I could get from the ambassador over here.
I should go.
Good luck, Shepard.
Sorry, not
I'll
ambassador,
be over in the ambassador's
captain.
office if you need anything else.
Though he talks like a freaking ambassador. Huh. Intriguing. That's Reload Mirkoku. I think there's two quests that are actually connected with this guy. One which is the one with the lost team, and the other one that connects him with the Cerberus, I believe.
No, I'm waiting to speak with one of the Councilor's assistants. Commander?
Okay, so for now he doesn't want to talk with me, which is fine. That means the quest is gonna happen a little bit later. That's cool. That's great. That means that there's some kind of a pacing. Let Let me just check this area really quick for any additional NPCs, any additional conversations. It doesn't feel like we have anything available.
But I wouldn't believe everything you hear.
That's just it. I'm hearing it everywhere. It's not just...
Let's see. Presidium locations, I guess. There's a ward access. And I think it would be a good idea, after this loading screen, to basically save the game. And to basically cut this episode that had a lot of lore exposition. People of Twitch, we're still gonna continue the stream, but people of YouTube, it is gonna be the end of this episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, consider subscribing, ring the bell, stop it, like, if you like, comment, all that stuff. Links for my mod list, as well as links for all my solo shows, can be found in the description and in the pinned comment down below. Thank you guys once again. I'll see you guys on the next episode.